Hi, Ms. Zimmer here. I have a few problems that were sent to me by Mason Blount. He asked these 4 questions, and I'm going to answer those. And if you send me some more, I can help you before you take your next quiz. First, I'm going to look at 8 and 26. The reason being they're actually the same problem. Number 8 is the problem that says a walkway forms one diagonal of a square playground. So here's your square playground. There's your diagonal across it. The walkway is 18 meters long. How long is the side of the playground? So that makes it 18 meters. 18 meters, and we're looking for the side of the playground. Now, the other question says, what is the width or the side length of a square plate? So we have our square plate for number 26, on which a 26 centimeter chopstick can be fit along a diagonal without any overhang. So again, they're asking for X with this as 26. So I'm actually going to show you on the first one the long way, and then I'll show you on the second one the short way. Like, show us the short way. You need to know the long way in order to understand the short way. So if this is our side length, first thing we need is our formulas. This is a 45, 45, 90 triangle because these are equal sides. And if it's right isosceles, it's automatically a 45, 45, 90. Therefore, we can consider both of these sides x, and 18 is equal to x root 2, which is the formula for 45, 45, 90. So that means x root 2 is equal to 18. That's our diagonal. Now, if that's true and we divide by root 2, what do we have to do with 18 root 2? Well, we have to rationalize. We have to rationalize 18 root 2. So how do we do that? Multiply by root 2 at the top and at the bottom. And we have 18 root 2 over 2. And then we divide and we get 9 root 2. And the question says to the nearest meter. So all we have to do is take our calculator and put in 9 root 2, 9 second root 2, and it's not on. Sorry guys, it's just like class. Things don't always work. So 9 and root 2, hit the button and then round, which gives me 13 for the nearest meter. So 13 meters. Okay, now the next one, the chopstick, and you're like, well, what's the short way? Well, notice how if 18 is the diagonal, 9 root 2, sort of similar to this formula to get the side length, it's half of that diagonal times root 2. Kind of works backwards. Instead of doubling the number in front of the root to go from x to the middle, we're actually taking half and then putting root 2. So that means that this side length would be 13 root 2 without having to do all of this work. And then putting it into the calculator, we have 13 root 2, and we get 18.38, which is 18, I believe it's inches in that case, the length of a square plate, centimeters. And that takes care of both of our number 8 and number 25, a little bit longer, a little bit shorter, but the same idea. All right, while I erase my board, I'm going to get the next problem set up, which is problem number 11. Problem number 11, we have a triangle with a right angle at the bottom. Mine's a little bit lopsided. Let me fix that up. And it's got 15 and 15, which tells us that this is an isosceles triangle. This is number 11, by the way, just in case I didn't say it. It's an isosceles triangle. It's an isosceles triangle, and it's isosceles with And at altitude, that means this side is bisected. And if it's bisected and they give me 24 across the bottom in the problem, that means those are both 7 and 7. Now, if those are both 7 and 7, I can find this length, the length that we're missing, and I can use the Pythagorean theorem. So now x squared plus 7 squared is equal to 15 squared. And I know that you're capable of taking that 225, subtracting the 144, you get 81, and that's x squared. So then x squared is going to be 81, or x is 9 when you take the square root for that height. All right, the last problem that was requested was a trig problem. Finally, I miss not being able to do trig with you guys. All right. So first things first, we have I'm going to read the problem. A skateboard ramp is 19 inches high. So we've got a ramp, 19 inches high. Got to have a right angle because every time we do trig, it's going to be a right triangle. So you just have to figure out what to label the sides. The ramp is 19 inches high and rises at an angle of 18 degrees. So that's your angle of elevation going up. How long is the base of the ramp? Well, this is the base of the ramp because that's the ramp itself. So knowing where to put that x, that's part of the battle. Now, how do we decide when we're going to solve it, whether we use sine, cosine, or tangent? Okay,